You may be asking yourself, why buy a house today or ever for that matter? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jerry McManus from Keller Williams. Thank you again for showing up for yet another informative video. This is one that I am extremely passionate about. You've probably seen some of these videos and how passionate I can be. We wanted to look at a question today, and that is why home ownership is actually better for you in the long run, for sure. We're going to look at 3 different things. There might even be a bonus thing, so it could go up to 4 and maybe 5 different things that we can take a look at. But number 1 I want to take a look at is the security of pricing. I don't know if you know this or not, but I assure you that rental prices always go up. Always, always, always go up in nominal terms. And this is one of the things that I think a lot of people miss. You know, you're in a lease. After 12 months, what do you get in the mail? It's a price increase notice from your landlord. Those things do not go away. Now, when you get a mortgage, what do you see? You see it's the same principal and interest over the life of the loan. Does the payment go up? Yes. It goes up because the insurance rates go up, and then it goes up because your taxes go up. Big shout out to you guys in Florida about to not pay taxes, but I digress. But the interesting thing is that your principal and interest is by far the lion's share of your payment remains stable over time on normal 30-year fixed rates, 15-year fixed, on fixed rate mortgages, I'll put it that way, because there are some loan products that are out there that are variable payment. The second thing I want to take a look at is you can customize your own space. Wow, what a concept. For those of us that have rented, we probably ran into things like this. We go to paint a wall, and we know we cannot paint because the landlord wants to keep everything white, or sterile as I like to call it. So you can take the space that you now own and you can do things that you would normally not be able to do. You could even change out the cabinets, the appliances, add an accent wall, wood trim, recessed lighting, the list goes on and on. So you can take that space that is yours and customize it. The third thing I wanted to take a look at, and we went and looked at this in depth and detail in another video, but it's the idea of building wealth. And this is one of the biggest things that I've seen in the country at large, is that there's a renter's mentality and an owner's mentality. And the owner's mentality are the people that on average over the space of, I think the numbers were when you get to be about 50 years old, what is your personal net worth? And a person who has rented their whole life, they have a personal net worth of about $10,000. But you have a person who's owned a home for 30 years, their personal net worth tends to start at about $330,000 and move up from there. This is a really good idea and a good way to build wealth. On that point of building wealth, I gotta tell you a story about Jason. Just wanted to remind you, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because I've noticed that a lot of you that are watching these videos may be missing out on important content. Let's not have that occur, so please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that we can stay in touch. And let's continue on with this video. Jason came to me a few years ago, and he was 18 years old, and he was actually in the position where he could buy a house. So guess what he did? He bought a house. I know, shock, right? Now let's fast forward 4 years. If you remember, the last 4 years have actually been a time with accelerated growth in the pricing of real estate. So what does Jason have at the age of 22? He's got about $200,000 in equity in his house. That is mind-boggling when you think a guy that young has that kind of little kitty, if you will, at his disposal. And that's one of those things I couldn't be happier for him, because I actually knew this guy the time he was born. I'm good friends with his grandmother. But that's what wound up happening in his life, is that he was able to start building wealth at a very, very young age. You need a home equity line of credit? You can get that. Send your kids to college. Hint, I'm sending one of my kids to college now. So what did I do? Got a home equity line of credit. And here's number 4, that bonus that I promised you earlier on, is that you to some degree can actually choose your neighbors. Because we know in developments, you don't get the kind of turnover that you get, say, in an apartment complex or even in townhomes and things of that nature in condos. You'll see a lot of that turnover a lot faster, especially in single family homes, that you'll be able to get a lot more stability in the neighborhood. Actually makes for better citizens. A lot of studies that are out there on that. But yes, you get to actually choose your neighbors, because the average stay in a single family home or in a home that you own is you're looking at like 7-8 years on average, where a person who's renting, you're looking at usually 1 to 2 on average again. Don't forget, pick up the phone, give me a call, let's discuss your options. As you remember, I service the Camden County, Gloucester County area, and the whole surrounding area in South Jersey. I've been here for over 50 years. It should be obvious. So please give me a call when you're ready, 856-373-3537, and we'll see you on the next video. Hey guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. This way we can stay connected. Here's my contact information should you have any questions. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.